Hey guys, welcome to another episode of Jobs in Germany. And in this podcast, we are talking about everything related to finding jobs in different kind of companies in Germany. And in today's episode, we have Swapnil with us, who is actually working in Amazon and he's working full time and he has a contract and everything. All of the details I will let Swapnil share with you. Swapnil, thank you so much for joining in the call. Tell us a bit about yourself and then we jump into our questions.
Hi, Bharat. Thank you very much. I'm Swapnil. I come from Delhi, India. Right now, I'm working with Amazon in Berlin and also pursuing my MBA from Grenoble Equality Management. It's a French university at its Berlin campus. And apart from this, I have an engineering degree in information technology. And my first master's was in finance and marketing from Pune.
Sounds nice. And so we were discussing Swapnil. So when you like see your life here right now and like, you know, your work experience and everything like compared to India, so like what kind of like main differences do you see?
When we talk about the work experience, in India, it's like quite a big difference. Like my work experience prior to coming to Germany was basically into teaching and education. I forgot to tell you right now that I also prepared for civil services exam for 4.5 years, and I went for interview for 2 times in 2014 and 2016. But due to some luck and other things, I was not able to make it to the final list. So then I started teaching in civil services industry as a full-time professor, subjects such as information communication technology, history, geography, current affairs, science and technology, all these subjects, polity, Indian polity. So total, I have 5 years of experience in teaching these subjects to all the civil service aspirants. So, but when coming to Germany, doing my MBA in project management, everything like changed, like from teaching and education to coming and doing working as an associate in Amazon in Berlin is like totally different thing. It's like a proper career switch. What I would like to mention over here, like from teaching and education to like in supply chain and logistics, like in Amazon is like totally a different word over here.
And that sounds definitely very nice. About the UPSC parts of it. So like I talk about this on my channel quite a lot, that like it actually like makes zero sense for like our society to push like all engineers or anybody like who wants to secure a good life for themselves into government jobs. And like the people who earn the most from these kind of like, you know, these government exams is essentially the coaching institutes, because the number of people who actually end up getting selected is like 0.5% or 1% or something. And it just like, to me, it makes zero sense. Like, it does not mean that the rest of 99% people like they're bad or something, because again, I also didn't study in IIT. I also studied in some state government university. So this societal mindset that if you're not studying in these premier colleges, or if you haven't like cleared these exams or something, that like you are worth less than other people, that is something that I don't understand. What kind of pressure or like what kind of, let's say, experiences were you having at the time when you were preparing for UPSC for such a long time? And do you have any regrets about it?
I want to mention two important points over here. First one is like, oh yes, like there were pressure, obviously, not only from the family, but from around the society, everywhere. Suppose I'm preparing, I was able to qualify mains, but couldn't qualify the interview. But my friends with whom I was studying went till the final list and got selected as an IPS officer. So that pressure is always there. Like, if he can make, why can't I make? That thing always comes in my mind, or in anybody's mind who's preparing for civil services exam, UPSC. So this is a very big pressure. And also like second point is like, if you qualify for mains, then people say around you, your friends, your family members, that okay, this time you missed by a few marks, maybe next time you will get through it, right? So, but next time it's like after 1 year again, and in between, if you falter, suppose I don't, it's like civil services it's a 3-step procedure, like prelims, mains, and interview. So if you qualify prelims, then you write mains, and then finally interview. So if you don't qualify mains for the next time, then again that thing comes. So it's basically a very vicious cycle kind of a thing. So unless and until one doesn't get selected in the final list, it's like very difficult to something to manage. But my experience I would like to mention here is like, I think after 2 or 2.5 years, one should take a break. I think that there I missed a trick. I should have started looking for jobs, or maybe going abroad, something when I can come now in 2020, 21 during the Corona time, then I would have easily come in say 2014, 15 or 16. So this is something I think I should have looked forward to it, where I missed the tricks, I think.
No, I totally understand that. And thank you so much for being so honest and like completely sharing this with me, because I personally think like this is it's such a human resource tragedy, like what India is like facing right now, that you have like so many like smart people like who can do something, but just because you have only one way of evaluation, and that is written exams. Like if you don't clear the written exams, you're fucked. Like nobody else is going to care anything about any of the other skills you have. And it makes me absolutely furious. I just don't see the sense of it. The same like with IIT and stuff, and same with like these UPSC exams, IES and SSC, all of this nonsense. I mean, great. Like if you're into it, like go for it, man. Like, more power to you. But like when you are almost forced into like applying for these exams, and like you said, just because you did not clear this time, like the friend circle or somebody, or like your relatives and stuff say maybe next time it will be better, or like next time it will be better. That kind of like cycle is definitely very dangerous.
I totally agree with you. Yeah, it's like very like it has a lot of on your body and your mind, everything. But
Mm.
hopefully now it's okay for me.
Yeah, for sure. So like how is your life now? Like, so tell me a typical like day in your life when you were preparing for your UPSC versus like your day in life right now.
Well, again, a very different, like two different aspect, two different scenario. The first one, when I was preparing for UPSC, like initially I used to go to the coaching for 6 to 8 hours, like coaching for general studies and for the optional. So it takes around 6 to 8 hours, and then I have to study for revision and what has been taught over there, all these things. So it was like just getting up, getting dressed, going to the coaching. After coming from the coaching, it was like now you have to study, revise everything, solve right answers, prepare for mains also. So 10, 12 hours gone, or even more, 12, 13 hours gone every day. And then you eat dinner, and or maybe in between lunch, whatever you get, and then you sleep late night and get again. It was like that only. Yeah. But now when I come to Germany, it's a different. It's like fixed job. I woke up. It's my time starts in the morning. It's like 8:45 to 4:45. That is what time I spend in the Amazon over here. So so I leave at around 7:15 and come back around 6, and then I'm free. Like I chill, I take rest. Maybe I go to the gym, or like sometimes hang out with friends. So it's completely different. Main thing is now I don't have any pressure. Whatever pressure I have when I'm working.
Mhm.
But after that, I'm chill. There's nothing like I have to come to write an exam, or like clear it, or get selected. Everything, all these things have gone.
I tell you one thing, Swapnil. So I think like one of my like essentially biggest regrets was that like I went into coaching for like I started from ninth grade. It was fucking unreal. Like ninth grade, 10th, 11th, 12th, like all of these 4 years, like I was in coaching. And like these 4 years, like you're just so much into this mindset that like also the coaching institutes hype it up so much. So if you don't go into this institution, then you like, what are you going to do? Like nothing will happen of your life or something. And this has a very adverse effect on your mind. Like this is the time when I personally think like, hey, like 9 to 12, like I would have loved to remember more things about like school and like with friends and things like that, than like the way like society pushes us into these kind of things. And it is pretty much the incompetency of our own like Indian education system, that we need to go to like extra coachings and stuff so that we have to clear a particular exam, so that like they're essentially making them more money instead of maybe like streamlining it and making it more accessible to everybody, like even the people who don't have so much money, who cannot go to coachings and things like that. And that is the part which I personally think it's a big failure in the Indian education system, which for me makes no sense.
Yes. Yes, I totally agree because like I joined the coaching in the initial phase and then I never went to the coaching. Like I used to study on my own. But the thing is like when you study, but the main problem issue is like it's the hype is there, and also like the family and the people around you think that if you join the coaching, then the chances of selecting in an exam or clearing an exam, it increases a lot. But I don't think that is that much important nowadays. Like self study can be done and one can succeed. Okay, you can watch online videos, you can join test series, that much is fine. But uh, overall, yeah, coaching industry is like more of like taking money out of you and giving very less.
Yeah. It's like this. There was this nice phrase from the American Gold Rush that the people who made the most money during the gold rush were not the ones who were looking for gold, but the ones who were selling shovels. So, and like it's exactly the same like the coaching institutes. Like, yeah, hey, we help you to get inside the exams and stuff, and like get inside the government jobs. But hey, like how many people actually like end up like getting there? It's just crazy number. So, are you happy with your decision of coming to Germany so far?
Yeah, I'm fine. I like I really appreciate coming here to Germany. Like it has been 7 months now. So, and good thing is that I got a job over here, and it's a good job. It's not like some part time or like mini job.
Hmm.
So like when you come to a new country, especially Germany, where language is also an issue to a great extent. But if so, the main issue is like one should get a job as soon as possible. Like okay, like I thought of starting as working as a rider or as a like delivery boy, but uh, by luck or by through getting through the interviews and everything, I was able to get this good job. So
Hmm.
yeah, I'm quite satisfied and happy over here.
It's very nice. So, um, tell me, Swapnil, a bit more about your job. How did you got inside, and so that we can also see like what kind of tips or tricks we can give to like other viewers who are watching this video.
Yeah, like I was applying through all the all kind of jobs, internships through LinkedIn, through career fairs, which were given to me by my university, French university. So, but initially, you get rejected in many. Maybe the resume is not fine, or maybe the cover letter is not up to the mark. You have not mentioned, you clearly expressed yourself in the cover letter, or something is lacking. The German style resume is not there. So all these things were ATS, what do you call? So all these things were like maybe missing. But then I corrected myself. I watched your videos also, like so that also helped me. Thank you for that. So these things I changed. I managed to make my CV more specifically visible, right? So after that, and my I also improved my cover letter. Like I clearly defined myself, who I am, what I want, and what are my qualities, how I can help you in the company. Like so, this is how I can be an asset to the company. All these things I mentioned. So then I got some calls, including that of Amazon. So there were two or three interviews. One was for telephonic interview. Then there was a Zoom call. Then another Zoom call with the manager, the operations manager, and the HR manager. And finally, I got this job. Yeah. So it was like initial phase was like a bit shaky, I would say. But later on, when I made certain improvements in my CV and cover letter, I think the CV and cover letter is very important. Like if you have a very good CV and a very good cover letter, then getting a job becomes very easy. And also, I would like to mention the German skills. Like I've done till B1 and I'm looking forward to B2 also. So that also improved. The good thing about one more thing I want to mention is that in Amazon, it's a MNC. So like here, English and German both work. Like if you know some German and you are good in fine in English, then they consider you. But I knew I had watched your videos also that German is very important if you want to come to Germany. If you don't know German language, then nothing will work for you. I mean, it's very difficult to get a job. So I did till A2 when I was in India, and then when I came here, I did B1 also. So till B1 I have done. Still a lot to learn, but yeah, it's good now. So overall, this is my experience.
Sounds nice. About the interview calls, Swapnil, can you like give more details? Like, what kind of questions do you remember, or what were the structures of these interview calls that you had?
Yeah, like there were certain specific questions. Like first is introduce yourself, like about your hobbies and what have you done till now. Like my previous masters and about yes, questions about Amazon. What are their leadership principles? Sorry, and apart from that, how what are your strengths? What are your weaknesses? How you will be helpful to us? And supply chain and logistics was something new for me, so there were questions asked about supply chain and logistics also, like what is the process, how it goes about. All these things were important questions which were asked by the Amazon HR. And apart from that, they also looked into my uh, MBA, which I'm currently pursuing. Certain questions related to MBA specialization were also asked, like project management. So overall, it was like this was the structure of my interview.
Mm-hmm. Now, like, what does like what is like your job essentially? So, like, of course, I don't want you to give out the business secrets, but like, what can people expect when they are working in your position?
Yeah, so basically it's a job of an associate. This is how it starts. And so like I go to there's a very big sortation center
Mm-hmm.
in Berlin, outside Berlin near the airport. So like there I go. So the packages which like you order Amazon Prime, so you order or anybody orders, so those packages just come to the sortation center. There are automatic sorters and the belts and everything. So like all these things are sorted over there. So like this sortation center is so big that and not only Germany but all over the Europe is governed or controlled. Like there's packages going to England, going to Spain, Italy, then Eastern Europe, Russia, all these, whole of Europe is covered. So we need to, and there are many teams. Like I would like to give a bit glimpse about it. There are many teams. There's an inbound team which looks after the packages that are coming from the truck. And then there's an outbound team. When the sortation is done, then everything goes from again to the truck to the delivery stations. Then there is problem solve team. Problem solve team is like the package is not very good. It's a bit uh, uh, damage and all these things is there. Then they look after that thing. Then a non-con team is there, green team is there. So there are many teams and all are governed by a supervisor and a manager. So it's like 150 people working at a time over there. My job is like 2 weeks I'm in one team, then 2 weeks I'm in another team. So it's like so thing is about is how effectively you manage the sortation of the packages so that it goes to the different countries in a very specific way without any issues, without any problems. And that is what Amazon is all about, right? So A to Z, everything is there. And then if you're not able to do it properly, then the brand image and value is affected. So all these things have to be managed very properly and effectively, cautiously.
And are you planning to like, once your MBA finishes, are you planning to like start full time there, or like, is there any kind of like provision at all like this?
Yeah, like I had a formal chat with them. So they told me that once my contract is about to end in March, around March 2022, so then there's a big possibility that, and it also depends upon my performance, how I perform there, right? So that is what my manager told me. So at that time, there is a big possibility that 1 year or 2 year contract might be given to me. That will be like permanent contract, like so that is what, but it all depends upon my performance. So fingers crossed, but chances are high. Let's see.
That's very nice to hear. How is your MBA program? Like, what is your experience with that so far? Like, how much was the tuition fee and stuff? Because MBA are like known to be having a lot of tuition fee.
Yes, like since it was a French university, the tuition fee was like 31,000 euros, but I got 50% scholarship. due to my education and my work experience. So that 50% scholarship really helped me to an extent. Rest about so obviously when I compared it with to the MBA institutes in Germany, especially the government, the public one, which are free of cost, like, but I was not able to get through those universities. It's a bit higher side, but still, like, it was manageable. Like, I used my savings, I got some money from my family, so overall I was able to manage it.
That sounds very nice. Perfect. Any last tips or advices you would have, Swapnil, for the people who are planning to do an MBA and then afterwards, like, starting a job in Germany?
Yeah, like my 2 or 3 important tips are like, I think it's better to look for Europe, France, Germany. Like, if you get through the public universities in Germany, that is very good, awesome. If not, then there are many good private universities also in France and Germany, like ESMT, INSEAD, and Hack Paris, Grenoble, Coldly Management. So all these are very good universities. So they are like good for career, but for better career opportunities. And second is like visa issue. Like I got my admission in my university in September 2020, and I was looking for visa from August 2020, and I got my visa appointment in December. Then January I got the approval, and February I came here. Then January end I came here. So basically it was like something, visa was very not easy to get. Like the VFS and all are very tricky and very, I mean, give a lot of tension. So yeah, but overall it was fine. So, and third thing is like, I would say, like, as soon as you come here, you should start looking for jobs, like on the first day, not first day, but after a week or two when you get settled over here, because the early you apply, the better are the chances to get a job in Germany. So I mean, it's not like that you should wait for an year and enjoy and don't look for jobs, and then later on, if you start late, say by October, September, then it becomes a bit difficult to get a job. I mean, then your visa might expire, or the residence permit might expire, and then all these things, issues start, right? And third thing is like learning German is very important. Learning about German people, German culture, at least till B1 or even B2. So these are the 3 tips I would like to.
Like, anybody else like who's watching this video, and if you have questions, write it down in the comment section below, and we will take care of that, and we will try to respond to you. Thank you so much for taking out the time, Swapnil. It was very nice talking to you. And everybody else, keep subscribed to the channel so that you do not miss out on the next episodes. I'll see you in the next one. Bye.